Now, Pakistan's deposed Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is back in the news and most likely will be back in Pakistan soon. The Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz Supremo is currently in London, and as per the latest reports, he has been issued a green passport by the new government in Islamabad. The government that is headed by Sharif's younger brother, Shehbaz Sharif. Nawaz Sharif's name has already been removed from Pakistan's exit control list, the ECL. It is the list that controls the exit of certain people from Pakistan who have been involved in any economic crime, now involving government funds, mass corruption, or misuse of authority. Nawaz, who is no longer on the list, now holds a new passport, which has been processed in the urgent category with a 10-year validity. Nawaz Sharif's return to his home country was imminent ever since Shehbaz Sharif took over the reins in Islamabad. And within days of taking office, Shehbaz Sharif has assured the return of his brother. The newly instated Prime Minister is tasked to pull the country out of a myriad of problems. He also looked for Nawaz Sharif to spearhead his campaign ahead of the election. As a former Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif is entitled to a diplomatic passport by law, which had expired in February last year. But the PTI government, headed by Imran Khan, had refused to renew it. Imran Khan had repeatedly lashed out at Nawaz for proceeding abroad after lying about his health. Last week, Nawaz Sharif was seen in a meeting with Pakistan People's Party chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari in London. The two party leaders discussed Pakistan's political situation and vowed to work together in national interest. In 2017, Nawaz Sharif was ousted by the Supreme Court in the Panama Papers case. In 2018, the Supreme Court ruled that Nawaz Sharif would be disqualified from holding public office for life. When the PTI came to power with Imran Khan as its leader in 2018, the government launched a probe into 5 corruption cases against the former Prime Minister. In November of 2019, Sharif left for London. The Lahore High Court granted him 4-week permission, allowing him to go abroad for his treatment. Despite giving an undertaking in court to return, Nawaz Sharif did not return. After failing to return upon expiry of his bail, the court had declared him an absconder, and it is believed that Sharif will have to face legal consequences for his earlier convictions, as well as for his absence if and when he returns. But the Sharif family looks already prepared for it. Senior PMLN leaders say the new Shehbaz Sharif government would most likely pursue cases against Nawaz aggressively to secure relief for him. Now, Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik has sent us this report from Islamabad. Listen in.
The former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, has been issued a passport at his residence in London that has been delivered to his residence in London as well. Some days back, he had gone to the Pakistani High Commission in London to give his fingerprints. Now, this is an ordinary or normal passport which has been issued in urgency and has a total validity of 10 years. Now, it is pertinent to mention that the previous government under Imran Khan had refused to give a new travel document or a new passport to the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, saying that he is an absconder and that the only way for him to be given a travel authorization would be that he comes to the Pakistani High Commission or any Pakistani embassy, surrenders himself, and then a one-pager passport would be issued that would allow him to be back in Pakistan, and then he would be facing the cases. But that currently does not seem to be the case because some days back the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had issued instructions to issue a diplomatic passport to former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, but what sources tell us is that diplomatic passports has a smaller validity. It doesn't have that much of a longer validity. The reason an ordinary type passport with a validity of 10 years has been issued to the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif that would enable him to travel back to Pakistan or elsewhere in the world. Anas Malik in Islamabad, Pakistan for WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.